I'm back. Just doing the pre-show stuff here, folks. Making sure we're all ready to go. This is the unofficial start of Linglestown Gazette morning update. If you haven't caught on yet, we have a reduced schedule starting this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Looks like we're live. Creating a little bit of time and space to build this business a little bit. Or public service, actually. Here we go. All right, here we go. Good morning, Lower Paxton Township. All of Central Dauphin School District. Looks like Tim McCarthy first in the door. Good morning, Tim. All of Central Dauphin School District, the greater Linglestown area, this is the one and only local yokel Linglestown Gazette morning update brought to you by Consolidated Insurance Services. They're located over there in Paxtonia. Visit Paxtonia often and look for the Erie Insurance sign on Jonestown Road right behind the Carnes Food Plaza. To spot it directly, 6109 Jonestown Road. Business, auto, home, and life insurance is brought to you by David Jones. No, not that Davy Jones, not the monkeys. This is the real, live David Jones of Linglestown, Pennsylvania. He's the guy you want to talk to. What an introduction! All right, here's what we got going today. We got some fun stuff. Some fun stuff we'll start out with. How about that? Let's not be too serious on this Wednesday. February 20th, 2019 to slate it. We got some big local news for you coming out of Lower Paxton Township's Board of Supervisors meeting. And we got something free. Free. If you're 55 years of age or older, I got something free for you. How about that? Woohoo! And of course, so it's standard fare with sports and all that kind of thing. All right. Two fun things to start out. Looks like everyone's just rushing in the door. And again, if you haven't caught on, we're doing this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, fans. That's what we're doing. Because I need to create some time and space to be able to build this service. It's on, and we're doing better than ever. I started this in 2006, but we're still not at a point where we can really expand and provide a great service for our community. And also a model to be able to share elsewhere, because every other places need the CWS. You know, Moxie, what is the CWS? The Community Watchdog System, and you're part of it. You're going to be sharing information, but here's what's going on. Part of what needs to happen is we need to have a steady stream of revenue from a variety of sources. One of the things we hope to do is a gala. A fundraising gala, and to have a gala you need to have a star-studded attraction. Yesterday or last night before the strike of midnight, I made my first contact with Lady Gaga's contingent. It's very, I found her agent, and I just put it out there that we're looking for some help. You know, she's into mental health. Well, on a little bit different plane. Local journalism, keeping tabs on our government, providing information to make us a true community is vitally important. So maybe Lady Gaga will jump on board. Now, I'm not nuts. I know it's difficult. I know these people are busy and they're not going to do everything. But she's my first target. All right, so that's happening. Now, why am I wearing the Penn State hat? Because I got a follow-up story from meeting James Franklin, head football coach of the Penn State Nittany Lions, on Saturday night and getting an interview with him. Very, very honored and privileged to be able to do that. Thanks to Anthony Cristillo, Ron Marsico, Wade Marsico, and anyone involved with Mr. PA football. That was just a great experience to be able to do that and run through that process. But when I met James Franklin, I looked at him. You know, he has that bald head. There's a huge something going on up here that you couldn't see on the video. You know, it just looked like he had injured himself somehow, and there was some brain leakage up there somehow. So after the interview, he's hobnobbing with some people in right in the local area where I'm trying to pack up my gear. And being a reporter and being inquisitive, everyone, this is like the elephant in the room. What is going on up here in his head? Why is there some confusion? I said, Coach, what did you do to your head? He proceeded to tell the story that recently, as he was heading into the indoor practice facility, it was cold and windy. He put his hoodie up and was running into the facility. There's a garage door. Well, the garage door was about an inch too low. He banged into it. Blood everywhere. Now, this guy is really committed. He said, look, he scared student trainers. He scared his players. He's heading back in. He gets to the medical staff and says he is not going to miss practice. So they gauzed him all up and taped him up. He went out there. Ended up after practice. He was doing practice, all blood everywhere, not just telling his players that they need to be committed. Afterwards, he got 11 staples in his head to make that thing closed up. So I was seeing the remnants of the 11 staples. Anyways, that's the James Franklin tidbit that you didn't know from Saturday night. He did tell that later on to the assemblage whenever he did his speech. Let's move right into our next big thing, and that is the Kane Mortgage Watchdog Report, brought to you by Kane Mortgage. For many people, the process of financing a home can be incredibly stressful and intimidating. About 30 years ago, I went through that, and I actually got some digestive disorders as a result of the stress. But you can remove that anxiety. I didn't have Kane Mortgage back then. Remove that anxiety by working with the professionals at Kane Mortgage. Of course, they're members of the nationwide mortgage licensing system, number 51058. I still haven't reviewed the Central Dauphin School Board meeting. I'm going to plan to do that today. That's one of my top listed things. So we'll get more on that as soon as possible. But last night I did monitor the Lower Paxton Township Board of Supervisors meeting. Big news coming out of that, because there was a lot of interest in this topic a few weeks ago. Township Manager Brad Gottschall told the supervisors that PennDOT, the folks who work on our roads, has approved a traffic light at Locust Lane and Fairmont Drive. Locust Lane and Fairmont Drive. This is the site of several accidents over recent years, right next to the Votech School. Right next to the Votech School. And right behind it is, let's see, Union Station development that's rising out of a former farm field. That's where they have a new brew pub and different things going on within that development. A lot more traffic. So what's going to happen is the engineers are going to start working on that. They're expecting construction of that light. It doesn't happen fast, folks. 2020, sometime in 2020. Apparently, Representative Marsico, while he was still in office, our new representative, Andrew Lewis, and Township Supervisor Norm Zumas were the trio that helped to push that through PennDOT. There are other things that happened during that meeting, and I will file a report on LinglestownGazette.com, and that'll roll over to the Facebook page as well as Twitter. But that's your big news coming out of there. And one other note, now is election season. 2019 is officially underway. 5 school board seats, 2 Lower Paxton Township supervisor seats. You can run. You still have time, plenty of time. Circulation of petitions started yesterday. You have until March 12th. If you're interested in running and want some information, you're more than welcome to call me. Let's get on to our third and final thing, and that's a freebie. For those of you age 55 and older, get a piece of paper. I'm not going to call anyone out. There's a few of you on here that are 55 and older. I'm one of them. I'm 60, so I qualify for this. The Central Dauphin High School musical department is going to be presenting Footloose. That's their musical, for their spring musical. Springtime is time for school musicals. It's Footloose. This is going to be I think it's next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday, February 28th. I'm not going to call anyone out. I wanted to, but I'm not. Dave Caesar, you don't qualify. I will call you out. Dave Caesar, basketball fan extraordinaire. Watchdog, too. You don't qualify for this. You're going to have to pay the freight. Next Thursday, February 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon, you can go and see Footloose for free. First come, first serve. I don't know how many seats they have in the auditorium, but there are plenty. And they're encouraging you to use a shuttle bus that's going to start at Linglestown Life Church. Again, I'll post up some more details on the website and Facebook and Twitter. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is Linglestown Gazette Morning Update, a local news show specifically for Lower Paxton Township and all of Central Dauphin School District. We're going to move into our community news report brought to you by St. Thomas Roasters Coffee House. The coffee house has been there almost 20 years, believe it or not. And I can remember, I was drinking coffee 20 years ago. I can remember seeing the place, walking in, looking at the price list, and saying, oh, no, I am not going to pay the freight for this coffee. But one July 4th, not too many years ago, I went over there and I met some cronies that were on the porch. Well, now they're my best friends. And then what you also find out is that freshly ground coffee, brewed up, seconds after it's ground up, and just maybe hours after it's roasted, it's a bit of heaven, folks. I'm telling you. So head over to St. Thomas Roasters Coffee House, the capital of coffee in our region. Let's see here. Paxton Hero comes out today, folks. That's 35 cents, and you still have time to get out there. It's just light flurries here in the area. Snowmageddon has not showed up yet. Just looking ahead, we're going to start talking about the Panther Ram Foundation. They have their big gala coming up in March. I'm hoping to get people within our community here that show up in the morning that we can sort of band together and get a table or two there and help raise funds for the foundation. The foundation, one of their primary activities is the Nutra Pack program, where they send backpacks full of food home with kids, low-income families, kids that are, may miss a meal or two if they don't get this kind of help. And then they do other things as well. They support Central Dauphin School District, and a lot of the key people at the district are involved in that. And just some news about Linglestown Gazette. You may not know it, but we do have a Twitter pages actually. We have the primary one is at the @ Linglestown. If you want to follow sports as well, it's @ sports _Gazette. I couldn't come up with a great handle for the sports one. There, a lot of them were taken that I wanted to use. And again, just a reminder, I'm going Monday, Wednesday, Friday with this morning update show. But I think it was the beginning of the year I started experimenting with an Alexa home speaker, Amazon Alexa, Google Home Speaker broadcast. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, you can get up to date. There's information on Linglestown Gazette Facebook page right now about that. And Alexa's talking to me. So that's a free service we're providing as well. All right. Let's see. Let's move into our final segment. And before we do that, let's recognize the fine people that help us out. Two others. FatManClothingCompany.com. FatManClothingCompany.com. If you're cool, you don't have to be fat. This is stuff made by Anthony Cristillo, the fat man of Colonial Park. You don't have to be fat. You can just be a regular-sized person. This is just a statement that you are a confident person, that you are just cool. I mean, Anthony Cristillo is the coolest guy I know. FatManClothingCompany.com. Join the tribe. Go buy I have the fleece on today. This is a $35 item. I'm not wearing the hat, but these are all affordable things. You can get a coffee mug, a beer cup, or glass, or stein. I don't know what it is. I don't know the names. You put it in the freezer. It comes out frosty. Dump your beer in there. It tastes better with the Fat Man cup, glass, whatever it is. CBC Cabinetry and Flooring. I'm working with them right now on an office setup. CBC Cabinetry and Flooring. This is where quality and affordability come together for all your home improvement needs. The Tonino's Pizza and Grill Sports Report. We're going to end that up with that. We work with the one on Progress Avenue. across the street from Susquehanna Township High School. Last night, the Central Dauphin Rams boys team was in action at the high school. First round District 3 playoff game. An amazing, the fact that the Rams were in the game, amazing, because last year they only won 3 games. This year they won 15 games. What an improvement. They ran up against a very tough team, the Manheim Township Blue Streaks. I tell you what, the Rams came out like a ball of fire. They had an over a 10-point lead, but by halftime that had been whittled away. And actually they went into the locker room at halftime 29-27 down to the Blue Streaks. And then the Blue Streaks, a couple of their players really turned it on the second half, and the Blue Streaks ended up winning 69-55. That ends the season for the boys team on basketball. But again, no shame there whatsoever. They had a great season. Congratulations to first-year head coach Wayne Fletcher turning that program around. Looking forward to see what happens next year. Our coverage last night was brought to you by Crystal Bob Realtor with Iron Valley Real Estate of Central Pennsylvania. She was our game sponsor. On Thursday night, tomorrow night, the Lady Rams, Central Dauphin Lady Rams basketball team will be in a first-round game. I believe it's first round, with Cedar Crest. Game time 7 o'clock. Linglestown Gazette will be having some a pre-game, post-game type thing, halftime updates. So take a look at that. But last night it was a lot of fun being at the gym. The gym was very full, a big student section, a lot of fun. So consider going out and supporting the Lady Rams as they go for their 3rd straight District 3 championship. Okay, let's see. I do want to make an early announcement that for the 2nd year in a row, Linglestown Gazette will be teaming up with Colonial Golf and Tennis Club to present Women's Golf Day. Women's Golf Day. Forget about the men. This is all about women, and there'll be more information forthcoming about that. So if you've never played the game of golf, you want to give it a try, or maybe you tried it and just didn't feel like you knew what you were doing, this event will be for you. I believe it's in early June. More information to come. And last note is that the Central Dauphin Rams wrestling team, the individual tournament for District 3 is happening Friday and Saturday at the Old Barn, the Hershey Park Arena. So we're looking forward to seeing how our 10 wrestlers that qualify will be doing. That does it. I'm out of breath. I need breakfast. So what's going to happen? Crystal Bob is scheduled to be with you on Friday. A fun show. Find out what's going on in the weekend. Crystal's doing better and better and better. She's thank God she showed up. I need some help, and she's working through the process of getting comfortable doing this type of thing. I thank everyone who showed up and listed comments. I'll take a look at the comments afterwards. This is Bill Bostic, your wannabe but never to be Walter Cronkite for Consolidated Insurance Services. See, if you're going to broadcast, you got to be able to slow down. Consolidated Insurance Services, Paxtonia, behind the Carnes Food Plaza. We'll see you next Monday, but look for me on the daily update, the 2-minute daily update blast. Have a great hump day, and look out for the snow. I guess it's coming. See you later. Here we go.